when I was 6 years old. I went into the hospital for like 6 months, and the doctors told me that I had a seizure in surgery, and I wouldn't be able to walk, that I was paralyzed permanently. And that part, like the part that I had a seizure, was true. In surgery, I had the seizure and I was paralyzed, but what they didn't know is that it was temporary paralysis and not permanent. And by the time I started to get my feeling back in my legs, and I hadn't tried to walk then, but I was too young and I just kept to myself. And throughout the years, I tried to tell my mom a few times, and I guess I was just afraid of her not loving me as much as she does if I couldn't walk. You know, I didn't want to make her sad or lose any love from her. I guess that's the reason why I kept it a secret from her. And so I just kept it to myself for a long time until 2011, whenever I sort of started rebelling as a teenager and ran away from home, literally ran away from home, stumbled. Before I ran away, I started trying to walk as much as I could, and I just got enough strength to be able to leave home. Unfortunately, it was to the wrong person. And so Mom's kind of in denial in a way. I don't really know, because I guess it would be too hard to explain to all our friends and everything. And one thing I never want to go is like a liar. And believe me, I would like for people to know the truth, but being as it is, I would lose a lot of friends, I think. And I just don't want anybody to hate me, and they would. And so you're the only person that knows besides me and that one other guy, which he's not in my life anymore, so, and we're not even friends anymore, so he doesn't. So I have multiple personalities. I'm happy that I have multiple personalities to fit that. Though it is all of me, you know, it's not someone else or whatever. It is all of me, just different parts of me. And whenever me and your balanced side was starting to first date, I would let some of those other sides out. It would get him confused or get you confused, and that's when I just had to explain I have a lot of parts inside me that they sometimes get out, and they can be confusing, but it's important to treat each one individually, because each one has their own thoughts. Each one, even some have different ages. Like my little girl side is a 10-year-old. I'm 19. My evil side is also 19. So, I mean, well, I mean, actually, I'm 23, so it's confusing. So, I'm 23, and my evil side is 19. But I know that we want, hopefully, lots of children, and after we get married, we're gonna try and start right away, I hope. And the plan for, if we have a boy first, we're gonna protect him and protect our children from the outside world, because they can't know about us. They can't know about you being a vampire. But we're gonna protect them and keep them educated on what not to say in front of people, and make sure that they understand the severity of keeping this secret. And if we have a girl, The way it has to be is if we have a girl, she has to lose her virginity to you because you are the master of the household. So, I'm going to have to explain that to her whenever she comes of age where it's time to explain it. Other than that, like when she's 7, I won't explain that, but around 13, I'll explain. I will bear your children, and whenever they come of age, we can both talk to them about how our family is and how it's different from other families, because that was worrying me a lot. Because you don't want our daughter to come home and the police come with her and say, and you know, arrest you or something like that for our way of living. That's my biggest fear, is that our way of living gets out to the public and both of us get arrested, and then, you know, our whole fairy tale just ends in tragedy. And I don't want that to happen. So we need to be vigilant and teach our children to keep our family secrets in just our own home and in our own family.